Fall marks the beginning of flu season, regardless of your age, and healthcare experts strongly recommend that everybody get their annual flu vaccine to reduce the risk associated with this illness. I'm here with Buckeye Health Plan's medical director, Dr. Kambelos, to discuss why Ohioans should take every precaution possible to protect against flu season this year. And Dr. Kambelos, thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be with you.
So in recent years, the prevalence of the flu has gone up and down. What can Ohioans expect this season? Because it does change, right?
It does, and we're anticipating a likely increase in cases this year, in part because during the pandemic and shortly thereafter, folks were quite a bit more attentive to appropriate hygiene practices like hand washing, covering their mouths and noses, sneezing and coughing, and avoiding larger crowds and gatherings and staying home when they were sick. But you know, with the relaxation of some of that, people becoming more comfortable with the end of the pandemic, we're seeing a little bit more laxity in terms of health hygiene practices. So we're probably seeing an uptake this year in cases.
Yeah, most cases could go up. What are some of the signs and symptoms of the flu, and then how can you distinguish those from the common cold?
Well, the flu is typically very abrupt in onset, and the symptoms are pretty pronounced or profound. Yeah. The symptoms many can be shared in common with the common cold, but what commonly is seen with influenza proper is a high fever, sore throat, really bad headache, body aches, cough, head congestion, runny nose, and those are common to many other illnesses, but in the influenza syndrome, they're pretty pronounced and pretty abrupt in onset.
And there are certain people that are more susceptible to the flu, right? I know we have to watch infants and seniors.
Infants, toddlers, senior citizens, those over 65. Pregnant women are more susceptible. And in addition, anyone with chronic health problems in between any of those ages. And chronic health problems could include congestive heart failure, diabetes, asthma, COPD. Those folks are much more at risk for influenza and, of course, for the complications. One of the more serious complications of influenza, the viral syndrome, is bacterial pneumonia that comes after that. And those folks that are in those categories and have chronic conditions are much more susceptible to illness, severe illness, hospitalization, and even death from the complications and worsening of their underlying medical conditions.
Now, is the flu vaccine still the very best way to try to prevent this?
Oh, hands down, you know, yeah. It is, and it's widely available. It's available now. There are other things that folks can do in addition to getting vaccinated to reduce the chance of spread, severe illness and hospitalization, and we touched a little bit on those, including good hygiene measures, washing hands frequently, staying away from other folks when you're sick, and naturally covering your mouth and your nose when you sneeze, cough into your elbow, sneeze into your elbow. You know, those are things that can always be helpful in preventing spread.
Yeah. Dr. Kambelos, when is the best time to get the flu vaccine? Is it now?
Before the end of October is ideal. It takes about 2 weeks for antibodies to develop against influenza, but really any time is a good time. You know, influenza in Southwest Ohio in this area can go well into March and April, and so any time is a good time, but now is ideal.
So tell us, what is the Buckeye Health Plan doing to help Ohioans this year with the flu season and to really stay healthy?
We're staying in touch with our members, and we stay in touch with them by social media, emails, text messages, phone calls, especially those, and we touched on some of those folks who are higher risk. We want to keep in touch with them, make sure they get vaccinated. Plus, of course, you know, we make it really affordable to get the vaccine. It's free. And in addition, we give our members $25 in rewards dollars to get vaccinated.
Oh, that's wonderful. Awesome. Well, tell us more about where we can go to find out more information.
Certainly, any of our members can reach out to their care or case managers or contact the health plan directly using the number on the back of the card, and we're always at www.buckeyehealthplan.com.
Okay, great information, and so very timely. Thank you, Dr. Kambelos.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you again.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.